Hello and welcome everybody, this is Nezquik here, and today we're going to talk about another hot button issue here for you. Something I've noticed a lot, so I figured I'd kind of call it out, because I think it's fucking stupid. And you know, there you go. Am I not supposed to swear in the first 3 minutes of video? Anyway, today we're here to discuss a recent trend I've noticed, mostly amongst the stupids. But you know, hey, I've seen some not totally dumb people saying these things, so I figured, okay, retards are rising up, time to put them back in their place, okay? There's been an increase in calls for people such as Nikocado Avocado and Eugenia Cooney, who will be the two primary, I guess, topics of today's video, to be deplatformed. Why? Did they foment extremism? Did they tell you that the jab will give you a third eye? Did they have information pertinent to the arrest of Hillary Clinton? No. They are simply too ugly for the platform. Aw yeah, inclusive my ass. Okay, now that's a little simplistic here, but the basic idea is this. Both creators, Miss Eugenia Cooney and Nikocado Avocado, are people that clearly suffer from issues? Shall we put it nicely? Okay, this is my channel. I don't put anything nicely. All right, let's just say it as it is, okay? Eugenia Cooney is, by any stretch of the imagination, sick. She's been sick on this platform for a long time. She's not eating. She's convinced herself that she's perfectly fine. She's just a bit on the skinny side. You know, and I'm not trying to trivialize anything that she's going through because it's quite serious and it can be very fatal, unfortunately. Now, this has led to a lot of people calling for her deplatforming on the basis that her existing will cause some people to idolize her, some people to look up to her in that regard, and this will drive them to be, to have eating disorders and whatnot, right?
The problem we have is that she is harming minors. Whether or not she intends to, that is what she is doing, and she does not care as long as she's continuing to make money.
Basically, they're making the case that her visage is pro-anorexia. You then had Nikocado Avocado, who is on the opposite side of the scale, shall we politely say. He looks like the man that ate Nikocado Avocado. What was once a nice, happy little vegan boy eating mangoes and avocados, presumably, has now turned into a slovenly Goliath, all right? Sitting there munching down the Big Macs and the nuggies and the fries and throwing shit fits. It's pretty obvious Nikocado Avocado is playing a character where he's an exaggerated version of himself, and I'd be lying if I said it wasn't kind of funny.
Stop! Ouch! Hit me. Ah!
But simultaneously, he is packing on, as far as we know, real pounds, and he is really getting unhealthy. Presumably, of course. I mean, look, you can't eat this much greasy foods and saturated fats and just the processed foods itself and not expect to live a happy, healthy lifestyle. Increasingly, he's made his health the topic of his videos, which personally I found actually quite funny.
I have a hernia, I broke my ribs, and my double chin is choking me. And I got new merch.
But let's be frank here, it's hard to tell if he's leaning into the meme or if this is actual health issues. Probably a little bit of both, although mostly meme, I would guess. This has led some creators to say, look, Nikocado Avocado is doing something dangerous. He's sacrificing his body for views, and this will have a deleterious effect on other creators who will do the same thing as well by mimicking his success. Now, I'm gonna put my cards on the table here, and I'm gonna say anyone who makes these arguments is fundamentally probably well-meaning, but a dipshit, okay? And look, I can say that. I'm a professional dipshit, okay? You know, the same way I can call iNabber extremely ugly because I myself am also a professional ugly person. I mean, there's a reason why I hide behind the mask, ladies and gentlemen. First off, my fundamental premise is this. I don't think deplatforming does jack shit. I don't think it's ever done jack shit. I'm a hardliner against it in almost any reasoning. You know, when you deplatform someone who's hateful or bigoted or a Nazi, you don't get rid of them. It's this kind of out of sight, out of mind bullshit, and I'll be talking about that in a minute here, that it's like, oh, we got rid of them, done. Like, okay, dude, how many times have you ever been banned from a site and you immediately stop doing everything you're doing and you reevaluated your life and you reevaluated your value system? Like, no, bullshit! If I'm a Nazi, and I'm like, yeah, I hate women, I hate minorities, I'm not gonna sit around and be like, oh, YouTube banned me? Oh, wow, wow. Maybe minorities are equal to me. No Nazi would ever say that. When you kick someone off a mainline platform, you know where they go? They go to Nazi forums. They go to crazy extreme places and they get radicalized there, and then you start having real fucking issues. But oh, at least it's not on my clean Christian YouTube server, so I don't have to look at it. Out of sight, out of mind. You're fucking stupid. Getting rid of these people, Nikocado Avocado and Eugenia Cooney, is not going to solve their problems. Nikocado Avocado would find ways to make money elsewhere. He'd probably find ways to do it on OnlyFans, as he is right now.
Welcome to hell.
Or he'd just hop on an Odyssey or some shit where it's more censorship resistant, and he'd probably become the biggest creator overnight. Pardon the pun. As for Miss Eugenia Cooney, though, her situation is, I think, far more grave, and this is a point a lot of people have brought up, but taking away her friends, taking away her connections, taking away her, only way of making money, that seems like a real fucking bad idea. You know, she's not gonna get fired from Twitch and fired from YouTube streaming and then go be like, wow, you know what? I realized my passion in life was working for Walgreens. Like, she's not gonna say that, guys. She's gonna be fucking crushed. She's gonna feel rejected. And someone who is, let's be honest, as far as we can tell, mentally ill as she is, should probably not have to be forced to go through that horrible feeling of just crushing rejection. I don't even get the arguments some people are making, you know? It's like, the idea is, really, when you get down to it, that these people are dangerous, that their existence is an affront to some degree, right? It's the same line of thinking that there are such things as dangerous conspiracy theories. There are not. There's no such thing as a dangerous idea. There are only such things as dangerous actions, all right? You can have any idea you want. You want to deny the Holocaust? All right, go be a fucking retard, I guess, but I'm not going to police your thoughts. I'm not going to tell you what you can and can't say. I don't get it. Like, people seem to think the only way to beat bad ideas is to silence people. That's not how you do it. You know how you beat a bad idea, ladies and gentlemen? With a good idea. It's that simple. You have a voice, I have a voice. You say something fucking stupid, I say something smart in return. I win the argument. I mean, seriously, if you see Nikocado Avocado making a complete farce of himself, you know what you do? You make videos of him. You make fun of him. You do the shit I've done, where I've made multiple videos basically insulting the dude and all the shit he does. And look, it's been tongue-in-cheek, it's been in good faith, but still, I don't think anyone would watch my videos and really say to themselves, yeah, you know, that Nikocado Avocado guy, he looks really sane, he looks really stable, I should eat like him. Like, no one's saying that. I mean, hell, I don't think anyone's saying that, period. Nikocado Avocado is very obviously playing a character. He's just joking it up to his credit, you know? But I think the same thing applies to Eugenia. And I'm sorry, this next part is going to be kind of harsh here, but I stand by what I'm going to say, and I at least mean it. I'm sincere about this, so take that for what it's worth. But Eugenia Cooney is not a danger to anybody. She really isn't, except for one person. Herself, all right? The simple truth is that people who see her, actually, let me break this down, all right? I've seen some tweets of people who are like, oh my God, I saw Eugenia Cooney and she literally triggered me to the point where I had an episode. Like, look, dude, I'm sorry your life was in jeopardy, I guess, but I'm just gonna be frank. That's not my fault. That's not my problem. That's not Eugenia's fault. That's not Eugenia's problem. That is your fault and your problem. That is your life. Take a little fucking responsibility. Here, let me put it like this. If you are in such a weakened mental condition, as that's what that would imply, that literally seeing Eugenia Cooney, the very visage of Eugenia Cooney, sends you into convulsions to the point where it's life-threatening, dude, in the wise words of Tyler the Creator,
ha 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 ha, how the fuck is cyberbullying real? Ha 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 ha, nigga, just walk away from the screen like nigga, close your eyes, ha.
Get off social media. You'll be happier for it. You'll be better for it, dude, I swear. Knock this shit off. Don't do this to yourself. Don't put your life in danger. It's your life. You need to take responsibility for it. It's unfortunate that that happens to people, but ultimately, at what point in time can we say, well, the sight of you causes some people to have convulsions and fucking almost want to kill themselves, so we have to get rid of you. I mean, seriously, if we follow that logic, then eventually we start just eliminating anyone like Eugenia Cooney. So even if you have the best of intentions to protect people, you end up wiping out people like Eugenia Cooney, making them completely invisible, silencing them in essence. This pushing towards making her better, trying to force her to be better, it's foolish. It's not how you help somebody like that. I like to think I know a thing or two about human beings, considering I make fun of so many of them, but I don't think the way to help somebody like that is to push them away and to make them feel terrible about themselves. They probably already do enough as is, you know? Ultimately speaking, as much as it's painful to watch somebody suffer like that, we can't do anything. The only thing we can do is use our voices, once again, beat bad ideas with good ideas, and simply state, we think Eugene is unhealthy. We think it's a bad thing to do. Her fans will get the message. Her fans largely do get the message already. And the few whack jobs that don't, what can we do? We're sitting here saying everything we can. They and the people in their life need to kind of come together and fix the problems there and forth. And that's where things get to a very creepy and dark turn here. We have a concerted effort of well-meaning people whipped up into a frenzy saying, we need YouTube to basically play doctor. Because that's what it is. We're saying, we as the public think that Nikocado Avocado and Eugenia Cooney are too unhealthy to be on the platform, and we demand that YouTube take action. Essentially saying we demand that YouTube determine who's healthy or who's unhealthy, who's too sick to appear on the platform, just exist on the platform, and who isn't. I don't know about you, but that sounds like some Orwellian nightmare shit, you know? YouTube is a fucking stupid ass company. Do you really trust them diagnosing if you're healthy enough? Or safe enough to be on the platform, especially when you consider, I'm sure they could probably call people who spread conspiracy theories mentally ill, you know? Unfortunately, the scope of this kind of thing can really broaden quite widely, quite dangerously. This is why I really have a problem with the deplatforming. I think most people see what they're doing as incredibly self-destructive and Yeah, I mean, Nikocatova's case, pretty fucking funny, and Eugenia's case, pretty fucking sad. And the few people that don't see through it are delusional, are almost beyond our help. We can only sit here and keep using our voices to spread the message. End of the day, you don't feed a bad idea by cutting out someone's tongue, okay? So, look, there you go. That's kind of my thoughts on this topic. I'm sure this is a bit controversial. I mean, I don't care, you know. I feel pretty strongly about this, but feel free to disagree with me in the comments. I'll see you there, okay? So, thank you very much for listening, and I'll talk to you later. Bye. You know, if I can get off on a brief aside here for a second, I love how there's this kind of outcropping of channels that try to expose Eugenia Cooney's lying through, you know, these weird clips. Like, oh, well done, you gotcha'd a woman who, even by the most horrendous and uncharitable interpretations of her actions, is someone who is deeply deluded, you know? And basically is suffering from a horrendous mental illness that's killing her. Oh, we caught her lying! No, you caught her dying, friend. Slight difference.